Well, this morning I'm working on the little 8480, and for I guess the people that don't know why we call it the little one, is this one's a 2005, that one's a 2007. This one, it was still the normal injection system that they had, and then with that one they switched over to the common rail. Has a shit ton more power. So I guess when we bought them, it's a good thing we bought the little one first, because we would have been very disappointed. But anyways, when I put this on my tank the other day, about halfway through the day, if even that, hydraulics really stopped working, and I had to mess with it all day to get my tank steering to work. Normally when the hydraulics start doing that, because it was all of them, it wasn't just one. We've had, depending on what it's doing, like I've had it where it stuttered, the hydraulic valve on the side. Mine was doing that once. Ended up being the main solenoid on the bottom that turns all the hydraulics on. Yeah, they're all back here. It's a hell of a job to get to, the bottom one. So, about as pretty as you could think to get to. You gotta rip I've gotten it off before without ripping a lot of stuff off, but it wasn't easy. You can't really feel your hands by the time you're done. But with this one, I'm pretty sure it's the two filters, because it's all of them. It's not stuttering, it's just very slow activating. So normally it's a restriction with the oil. So on this side, you can see these right here are all your remotes. There's 4 on this one. You can just manually run them. That bottom thing, this right here, that is actually your 3-point. You push this one in manually, and it'll get your arms to go down, and then on the other side, if you push the same one, it'll get them to pick up. There's only these levers on this side. The other side has the hydraulic, but for the 3-point, there's a button on both sides. Now on the bottom, yeah, you can see right there below it, I had the cap open. That is a little brass filter that's in there. It's a 5mm Allen wrench. To get it, you take the cap off. It's an 8mm Allen wrench, and then you stick a 5mm in there. It's a pain in the ass to get in there, to make sure you're on here, and then to actually unscrew it, it's not fun. And then this is the old filter. It actually looked a lot worse coming out. I'm pretty sure there's no movement through this thing anymore for oil, or if there is, very little. I've had them look worse. That one actually doesn't look too bad. This is the new one, still in the bag. That one's a little bit shinier, but it's also never seen oil. Anyways, I'm gonna put that in, and then there's actually another filter on the right side. That one's about that big, that long. A cartridge filter that goes in right on the other side. So normally I change both of those, but the one on the right side on this tractor is harder because, well, we'll show you. It's on the same spot, but on the other side. But way down in there. Not fun. So normally it's the little filter that's causing all the issues, because that one plugs sooner, but if you go too long with the cartridge one, that one can be causing issues too. We'll try to record putting this in, but not much that you guys are going to be able to see. Maybe. Oh, this thing sucks to put in because it wants to fall off. And then once you get it in there, normally you can get it started like this with a normal Allen wrench. But once the screws works its way in a little bit, you run out of length because of this hose. So then you're stuck to like half turns, which is not the end of the world. Putting it in, it's more of an issue when you're getting it out. But you can feel when it's tight. There. Now you don't want to go crazy, then you'll never get the damn thing out because it's brass and it'll screw up your few threads that you have, not threads, the head of the filter that you have to put your Allen wrench on. Put the little cap on. There. Really got room to tighten this one. And then I got to take the air blower to the other side because I did pressure wash this whole thing, but it might not be clean enough on the other side to get it. Don't worry, I literally just gave it a snug because I didn't have much leverage using this little bit, so just gave it a snug. All right, so I showed you what I'm working on, and what I realized is I can get to it from the back, but to get an Allen wrench on there and everything, it is dirty, apparently. That ain't working, is it? So you can see it right there on the bottom of the plug. I got room. I wouldn't say a lot, but I'm gonna take the chisel, the air chisel. Wow, that's dirty. Yeah. All right, I got it off. I took the air hammer, hit that sucker, got it moving. Once it was moving, I went in there with a little punch and a hammer. Yes, I gotta clean it. And I got it out. And that's, instead of having to get a huge ass Allen wrench in there, open a bunch of hoses. On this tractor, it's just piping, it's in the way. They made it stupid, if I'm being honest, but it's not the first time I've done it. This is now the easiest one I've actually done because I took less off. I've done it with the Allen wrench, but yeah, it sucks. And I was upside down in there, my head jammed. So this is the other filter, and this is definitely what's causing our problems. I couldn't tell you how many hours are on this. There's probably a recommended hours to change this, but because it's such a hard job, we don't change it until it gives issues because it sucks. So yeah, I'm gonna put the new one in now. I have to use it's a struggle to get in there with my hands, but I put it in and I'll tighten it back up with a hammer and a chisel, not the air hammer. And yeah, this will fix both filters. This one's definitely worse than the other one, and it's also the harder one to get to, but yeah, I'm pretty certain this will fix our hydraulic issue. Just to show you, this is the new one. I can literally see stuff like just jammed in there, not that it's just black, so it's definitely due for the new one. Man, I changed all three O-rings because it comes with the filter kit. I'm not going to record putting this in because I tried recording taking it out, but it's too dark. But you guys see the little hole I'm working in, what I had to do to take it out. But I already put the new one in there. I got to clean a little bit of crap off there, I see. And yeah, we'll get it together and it should fix everything. Before I put this back on, I actually went and checked to see what size that is, because with it in there, I couldn't get an Allen wrench on there and it was cornered and I couldn't know what size it was. It's a 17 millimeter for anyone that wants to know, doing this shit show of a job themselves. I do have a very long Allen wrench that I might try using to help tighten it. I didn't think that was the right size, so I didn't even attempt it, but that thing's like a foot long, so maybe it'll work. We'll see. I got it outside, all the hydraulics are working. We'll go, maybe I'll haul some shit if I got time, otherwise I gotta do work on some other stuff. Marcus and Ava are back from school, so we're coming down to the big cornfield, and they're gonna spread a lot of solid manure that we brought here the last 2 days. We got a bunch of bed pack here, and yeah, we got the spreaders brought down for them. Philip is still hauling a little bit of, I think he's hauling mold down now. But yeah, he's right there on the road. So he's bringing some more. So we got the kids going, and I'm gonna finally got this out of the way. And I was gonna actually spread a little bit. I took that down there. I have this running to make sure the hydraulics get warm and stuff, but so far it's working. When I drove the 10A6 down, it blew an antifreeze line. Where's the old one? Oh, right there. It just, that's probably the softest antifreeze line I've seen in a long time.
Now it's got 2 holes instead of 1.
So, does a tube have 2 holes, or does it have 1 hole?
Yeah.
But I know it has 2 holes right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, yeah, I didn't even get to show them, man.
Oh.
So, this is not gonna hold any antifreeze. It's also extremely soft.
So
we don't have one of these around. So Ferdy went to Napa, and we're gonna jimmy rig.
Yeah.
So Eli, so he gave us some exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
And some tubing that should fit. I could tell you, Eli will help problem solve some stuff and put stuff together that shouldn't be together, but it'll get you by. Anyways, it's from this spot all the way up there, but the problem is it's kind of got a curve, strange, but it will get it. So Ferdy's definitely gonna take it back off. No, he's not. Anyways, we cut that top one.
Yeah.
And then we got this, and then the second one we had, it's supposed to be a 90. He cut it on the angle part. He's twisting it, and then the exhaust piece is right there, and
it's gonna work.
Voila! We're gonna screw this together, and we're gonna haul a little bit more shit today. We've been so busy, we didn't haul today, and everybody had to do. We had to do a bunch of cow work today. Just, you know, other farm stuff than just spreading manure. And I had to fix my filters on that tractor because I couldn't even haul shit with it if I wanted to. It sucked because I could have done better stuff today than that, but at least it's done before corn planting, so that way that tractor can actually pull the chisels, and I don't have to do with that on day 1.
Yeah, you should have had it on your maintenance list.
My maintenance list. We were so freaking busy this year, not a single thing got touched. Okay, I made a whole nice list back in November, and that list didn't get touched because of the farm that we just got. All that work that we planned for the winter got thrown out the window.
And then it got rushed when we needed to. When we needed the equipment, it got
we
rushed.
Kind of fiddled with the stuff to get going.
Yeah.
And we'll put some antifreeze in this, some water, mix it, and bolt this back together, and hopefully it don't leak. Hauling over to King's cornfields. I got one in the back to do. The one that always grows like 13-foot tall corn. I have to spread that right now because we didn't get to it. And so the hydraulics are all working good. And it's a short little drive for me too. This tractor is definitely a lot less horsepower than mine. But it does weigh more, so it has its pros and cons.